Hello. Chaim Alevsky here in Cleveland, Ohio. This is Acacia Reservation. My first time here. I think it's New York's equivalent, Cleveland's equivalent to New York Central Park or something like that. I'm here for a wedding, Baruch Hashem, which is happening in about an hour. I'm going to share a quick thought. Parshas Noach. A little shaky here. Parshas Noach. Noach was in trouble. Waters were coming. Floods were about to rage. And God instructed Noach, Bo el hateva, come to the ark and save your family, yourself, and the animals. The Baal Shem Tov taught that every story in the Torah has many dimensions of meaning and interpretation. The word teva, when God said to Noach, Bo el hateva, come to the ark, come. The word teva in Hebrew also means word. The Rebbe in a talk many times, but in this specific talk to children of Sevas Hashem, he spoke about this and he said, just like Noah was saved from the raging waters of the outdoors and the wild winds of change that were pervading then, says the Rebbe, that we also have a teva. The word teva means an ark in Hebrew. Teva means word. The words of Torah and the words of prayer, of tefillah, are our safe haven, our ark, that the Rebbe said to the children, if you will immerse yourself in the ark, surround yourself by this teva meaning words of Torah and of prayer, then you're safe from all the outside influences that might come to try to disrupt a Jewish life. Says the Rebbe, when you're in the teva, you're safe. When you're in the ark of prayer, when you're enthusiastic about your prayer, you're safe. But not only then are you safe, but even when you step outside of the ark and say Min hateva, when God said to Noach, go out from the ark, then you're better prepared to tackle the world because you're insulated by your former prayers and Torah study. So a simple lesson for us is we enter the ark of prayer and study, because the word teva in Hebrew, ark, means also words of Torah and words of prayer. And moving on, in a different talk, the Rebbe spoke about something that hasn't been spoken about for hundreds of years, which was shocking and confusing to many Jewish people. But it's a Jewish law, and it's quoted by the Rambam, Maimonides, who said that there's a mitzvah in the Torah for the Jewish people to influence the non-Jews about the Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach, the 7 Noahide laws. So, in a nutshell, the Jewish people, we have 613 commandments. Taryag Mitzvot. We were given at Mount Sinai through Moses for us, for the Jewish people. But the rest of the world was also given a mission. They're not out scot-free. Their mission is to make this world a civilized place. They don't have to keep kosher or Shabbos, but they do have to honor basic rules of humanity and society to help God build his creation and sustain it. And the Rebbe said something revolutionary over here, which we'll get to in a moment. But the Rambam, Maimonides, and it was brought down in other halachic authorities, but the Rebbe quoted the Rambam, was that it's a mitzvah for us to influence them. Every non-Jew, literally, it's a Jew's responsibility to influence all the non-Jews to observe the 7 Noahide laws. And what are these 7 Noahide laws? The Torah tells us that 6 of them actually came from Adam, and the seventh one was given to Noah. And Noah, being the father of all mankind since the flood, he became, so we are all Noahides right now. Every human being is considered a Noahide, and there are also Jewish people who have a different mission, an additional mission, aside from the 7 Noahide laws. What those laws are, we'll get to in a moment. But the Rebbe was responding to many people's inquiries and challenging the Rebbe. For hundreds of years, this law has been studied, but it was never enforced or enacted. Never in history did the Jewish people go out and convince the non-Jews that they have to observe the 7 Noahide laws as they were given to Moses at Mount Sinai for the rest of the world. So why suddenly now is the Rebbe encouraging the people, the Jewish people, to go out and meet with their non-Jewish friends and inspire them to observe the 7 Noahide laws that create a basic society? So the Rebbe spoke about this at length and a few times. The gist of it was that in the previous generations, it was impossible. It was not likely for a Jew to escape unharmed if he would go to a non-Jew and start talking to him about religious matters, how much more so about inspiring him to observe laws that they need to observe because God told it to Moses. Says the Rebbe this, it was simply dangerous. As we know from our immediate, just one generation ago, my parents in Russia, my grandparents, great-grandfather was shot and killed because he was observing Judaism and teaching Judaism. So it's not the distant past. It was just impossible. Says the Rebbe that the times have changed, and now we're able to speak with the people of the world. And we're able to encourage them and speak with them about tradition and religion, and it's not frowned upon. Not only that, but it's honored. And so this mitzvah has now become activated, that we have a responsibility as Jewish people with the non-Jews whom we meet. Not only do we talk about the Jewish people, about their mitzvahs, and encourage them, but we also have to encourage the non-Jews to observe the 7 Noahide laws. And the Rebbe said something which is a revolutionary thought. Just the presentation was beautiful. The Rebbe said, God created a world, and there's billions of people in this world, and there are places, there are countries, cities, states, and countries don't have any Jews. And so how, and there's a general purpose that God created the world, is called Lashevet Yitzara. God created it to be settled, as he told Adam and Eve in last week's Torah portion. So he wants the world to be settled with humans and in a peaceful manner. So how can that happen if there are no Jews in those cities, states, or countries? Which proves the point, says the Rebbe, that this world is not only for the Jewish people, and it's not only the Jewish people who have the mitzvahs to do, but the whole global population has a share in partnering with God in creation and making it a better place. And this is what the Rebbe said: when we go and talk to a non-Jew about the 7 Noahide laws, we're actually doing them a favor, and they today will appreciate it and honor you and respect you even more. And the Rebbe said further, almost humorously, but the Rebbe is a very serious man, and he said we have a Mishnah that says in the Pirkei Avot, it says Hakina, Hatava, VeHakavod Motzi'in et ha'adam min ha'olam. Kina means jealousy. I want what you have. Tava means desire. I want something, whether or not you have it. And kavod is honor. A desire for honor. a quest for honor. So the Mishnah says that anyone seeking honor or following their heart's desires or jealous, it's something that is literal translation means it takes people out of this world, which literally means it's a killer, it's a death threat. It's a death sentence for someone seeking, someone who's jealous, who seeks to just follow their hearts, to fulfill their heart's whims, and one pursuing honor. Says the Rebbe, our interactions with the general public, the non-Jewish world, many people today, more than in the previous years, are interacting in matters of business. And most interactions will fall under one of those categories of kina, taiva, or kavod, of jealousy or desire, or a position of honor, that you're vying for a position. Says the Rebbe that our interactions with the general population, with the non-Jewish world, is dangerous because we're seeking out things that could be dangerous to our life. But why does it happen? Says the Rebbe that our soul internally, deep down, knows that it has a mission to communicate the 7 Noahide laws with the non-Jews of the world. And therefore it creates opportunities. It orchestrates situations in which a Jew will do business with and interact with a non-Jew. The Jew superficially, on a body level, thinks that he's doing business and he's going to get something, he's going to gain something from this interaction, or maybe even help the other person. But internally, the reason why this Jew is interacting with a non-Jew is to inform them about the 7 Noahide laws. That's what the Rebbe said. And I'm not going to try it with these people right over here who just passed, but we'll try it with somebody else another time. But what are the 7 Noahide laws? Says the Rebbe. This is not the Rebbe, this is the 7 Noahide laws are documented in the Torah. Our Rabbi Arya Kaplan created a mnemonic. Path is over here. It's the end of the path. I'll just walk it off real quickly and end the thought. Rabbi Arya Kaplan created a mnemonic, easy to remember. It's the 3 cardinal Jewish cardinal sins, which are avodah zarah, gilui arayis, and shvichas damim. Avodah zarah is idol worship. One of the 7 Noahide laws forbids every human to worship idols, which really means inspires them, informs them that they need to accept one God, and the understanding of monotheism will bring this world to a better place. That's avodah zarah. Gilui arayis is illicit relationships. So a family unit is very important for the continuation of the world, and we need to respect that. Shvichas damim is murder. It's forbidden to take another person's life. Each person's life is like a whole world, like a whole universe. You kill somebody, God forbid, it's like you kill the universe. You save someone, you save the universe. Those are the 3 Jewish cardinal sins. And then there are 4 more, and the mnemonic he gave was Aleph Beis Gimel Daled, or Aleph Bet Gimel Daled. Aleph is the first 4 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Aleph is Eiver Min HaChai. We're not allowed to eat a limb torn from a live animal. So, and by extension, we're not allowed to be cruel to animals. We need to be kind to animals. Eiver Min HaChai. Beis is bracha, Birkas Hashem. Birkas Hashem means blessing God, but it really means the opposite. We're not allowed to curse God. No matter how angry a person is, they're not allowed to take it out in words against God. Gimel is Geneva, or Gezel, which both mean stealing. Anything that we acquire needs to be done honorably and with integrity. And Daled is dinim. Dinim means that we need to establish courts of law to uphold all of the above rules and all the ramifications, which are many. And that is the story for today. The Rebbe is encouraging us to let the world know that everyone, every human being, is a partner in creation and should help make this world a better place. And it's our obligation, our opportunity and obligation to help them, to inform them about their opportunity and obligation. God bless you. Take care.